Good evening, folks. Mark here. Fancave joke of the day. It is Wednesday, June 14th, 2023. So, kid came home from school early once. Caught his mother fooling around with the neighbor. So, out of shock, he just wanted to get out of the way and jumped into a closet. Sure enough, shortly thereafter, the kid's father pulled into the driveway and, hearing the sound of the car, spooked the neighbor, so he jumped into a closet not knowing the kid was there. And the kid looked at him and said, "Hey, sure is dark in here, huh?" And the guy said, "Oh, geez, yeah, it is." He said, "Want to buy this baseball?" He said, "Not really." He said, "Oh, I'll give you a really good price for it." Yeah, I'll give it best deal you can find. Yeah, $500. And he said, "Yeah, $500. I'm not gonna buy a baseball for $500." And, "Hey, you sure? Cause I can go get my dad. He'll might be able to convince you, and what a good deal it is." And he said, "No." Pulled out his checkbook. Wrote a check for $500, handed it to the kid, and sure enough, next day the kid came home from school early. Got his mom fooling around with the neighbor again, and don't you know? He jumped into the closet, and same thing happened. The kid's father showed up early too, and scared the neighbor. He jumped into the closet, and kid turned to him and said, "Hey, sure is dark in here, huh?" He said, "Oh, geez. Yeah, what are you going to sell me this time?" He said, "How about this baseball glove? Yeah, $700. I said, "All right," pulled out his checkbook, wrote him a check for $700. Well, the, that Saturday, kid went up with his dad and said, "Hey, Dad, can you give me a ride to the bank?" He said, "Well, sure, son, but why?" He said, "Well, I have these two checks I really want to cash." And I said, "Checks? Where did you get checks?" He said, "I sold a baseball and a baseball glove to the neighbor." And he looked at him and said, "Wait, $500, $700? You sold him a baseball and a baseball glove for $1,200? That's the biggest sin I've ever heard of. You march yourself over to that church right now and confess your sins." Took the checks, ripped them up, and so the kid went over to the church and sat down in the confessional and said, "Hey, sure is dark in here, huh?" And the priest said, "Oh, don't start that shit with me again, kid." Anyway, stay tuned for more videos. Good night and good luck.